Mr. Boo.
Hey everybody, it is I, Mr. Boo, your entertainment guru, and as you see by the title and the thumbnail and the footage you're seeing now, we are revisiting and re-looking at a game that came out in late January that got a 60% on Metacritic and that is not doing so well amongst the gaming community. That is right, Suicide Squad killed the Justice League from Rocksteady. I had streamed this entire game, and I just want to go back and talk about what I like about it, what I don't like about it, heading into the March 28th release. I believe March 28th release of the DLC that includes the Joker, Season 1, and the Joker coming March 28th. But what was the original game like? What did I like? What did I not like? And what did Season 0 have to offer? And what didn't it have to offer? Let's just get right on into this. I loved the game at first. I liked the graphics. They're really good. I liked the comedy. I liked the acting, and I loved the story. What I didn't like about the story, don't get me wrong, I loved the story. I thought it was interesting. I liked the characters. I loved that it took place 5 years after the events of the Arkham games, and I did go back and I even played the one that wasn't Rocksteady, which was Origins, because it was December and that took place in Christmas. Like, I played every Origins game there is, and as you can see right here, I'm in Season 0, doing the Season 0 stuff in this footage. As far as the campaign goes, I loved the campaign, but what I didn't like about it was too short. Too short. Like, how do you make a big looter shooter game like this too short? I mean, all the Borderlands games, they're not short by no means. I feel like this campaign had so much more to offer that they didn't offer, that they just either put on the side plate, put over on a side dish, on a side burner, and are saving it for later. I don't want leftovers. I spent my money on this. I want it up front, and I want it with my dinner, with my appetizers, my entrees. I'm not leaving a tip till I get fed, and I'm still hungry for more. And that's supposed to be what the dessert dish and stuff is supposed to be with this. After the game is over, you have a little bit more to do. This after launch stuff, this Season 0 that deals with like Bane and things, and traveling to these else worlds and doing these other things at progressively higher and higher levels to gain rewards. You go in, you shoot, you loot, and the harder it is, the better, the harder you're going to have to try to shoot, and the better the loot. And that sounded great on paper. That sounded great in the trailers. That sounded great after all the delays. Like, okay, so just to continue on, and I'll get to that after game stuff. Campaign, loved it. I thought it was funny. The graphics were good. And it was just too short. So moving on to my second thing, the traversal systems and the gameplay were really good. I thought everything felt smooth. I got really used to the traversal system, and it got really fun. Swinging around, throwing grenades, swinging around and sniping, using the jetpack, bouncing out way up in the air with King Shark and coming down on a crowd of people. All of that was really interestingly fun. And once you got the hang of it with the learning curve, it became its own thing. It became a really fun, different, unique game. But what wasn't unique about this was not the traversal system. That going around and traversing and fighting and leveling up, that felt really fun. That felt really smooth. That was really cool. But it was so, for one, repetitive, and for two, I just don't like the level up system. I've got all my people, I think, at level 20, 21. Yeah, I did not max them out yet because the campaign, again, was too short. And as much as I loved about this game, I hated about this game because, the campaign was too short, and then I did all the other side quests. And I did side quests as I went through. If you've watched me over on Twitch, link to my Twitch in the description below. I'm changing up my schedule a little bit there. I will be streaming Alone in the Dark when it comes out on March 20th. And I am going to be doing like a Simulation Saturday thing. I'm going to start playing Taxi Life Simulator. I got House Flipper I'm still playing. I might stream, and we'll just talk, and we'll just have some gameplay of like games that aren't, looter shooters or horror games or like RoboCop or things like that. Most of my streams, that of RoboCop and that of Suicide Squad, can be found right here on YouTube as well. You can always see for yourself with these games. But yes, quick rundown again. Graphics, amazing. Game, funny. Voice acting, really good. Campaign, really short. Traversal system, amazingly fun. Gameplay, really fun. Learning curve, but once you get to it, it's great. The weapons are fun. But then again, the leveling up system is, I prefer like Borderlands or Diablo or, things like that. And then, there's really not much to it after that because there wasn't a lot of side stuff to do. The game in and of itself, with the campaign and the side things, again, I'm going to say is too short. And it's very lackluster. It lacks any kind of exploring besides, like, I do like the Riddler things. He's back with his Riddler trophies. He's back with his, riddles that you got to solve. That's fun, kind of looking at those. And then like the challenges are always fun to try to get like in-game currencies for stuff or to modify stuff. And I haven't even really went into modifying stuff. Like the game just didn't, once the game's campaign was over and you unlocked everything you unlocked didn't even feel like it was worth unlocking, if I have to say so myself. And I do agree with Metacritic. I'm going to give it a 60%. It's not a 5-star game. It is like maybe a 3.5, 4-star game. It is a 60%. It is what it is. They tried and they came up not short, but they came up just being another mediocre looter shooter so far. And why I'm doing this video now is just to point out that March 28th, the DLC comes out, and I'm excited because we get a new playable character, the Joker. And I love the Joker. And I know it's not Arkham Joker because he died. Even though Batman could have saved him, would have saved him, the Joker kind of did himself in if you've played the Arkham series. So this is from an Elseworlds. He's kind of like, I guess, not as infamous, and he was part of the Suicide Squad on his world. He's kind of like a younger, more vaudevillain kind of Joker, and he traverses with like an umbrella. It looks awesome. But again, everything about this game looked awesome, and it was awesome. And then the game was over, and then it was less awesome. And then you did the stuff that I'm doing here in the footage, and it was awesome, but then it got less awesome. Like every time there was a high point in this game, it dropped to the lowest point possible again because there wasn't enough to do. Campaign, too short, not enough side stuff, not enough, side character stuff, not enough season 0 stuff. Which I'm going to get into. The season 0 stuff is literally just going to these Elseworlds, and I think there's like 2 or 3 different things you can do, and they're like raid modes, horde modes. Guess what? You do them, and 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 you complete them, and you complete them, and you complete them, and you complete them. And you do this from like an easy level all the way up, and you unlock more and more harder levels of doing, you guessed it, the exact same raid and horde modes, just at harder difficulties. There's not even like a season 0 story here. There wasn't even like, I think we take on other Brainiacs 2 per season. We should have at least gotten an extra Brainiac with season 0. Really, I'm saying this game is worth it now that I think it's actually dropping in price and it's for sale. And I'm going to be back after March 20th because you bet your booty I will be going back into this game because I paid for it. And the Joker is my man. The Joker and Harley Quinn. I grew up. Yes, I'm old. Batman the Animated Series. And she was my first crush. And he was my first, like, I want this man to be my uncle. I want him to be my friend. I don't know why. They're not good people. But I also loved Batman. And I think this game fell short on many levels, but it did deliver on other levels. And I'm hoping that they learn from their mistakes as they are getting reamed in the video game community and people are speaking up. And I just hope that Rocksteady can do What some other companies are doing, now not every company is doing this, but they need to listen to their fans and they need to turn this around with these upcoming seasons. And there are good things about the seasons, like you don't have to finish them if you buy them. You can go back and finish season 1 when season 4 comes out and things like that. So you're not throwing your money away. Let's say you work full time and you are trying so hard when your wife or your kid or your friends or your family or your job or whatever you put time into is letting you have free time and you still can't finish. You're not going to waste that money. You can go back months later and play it. I do like that, but my hopes are not high. My hopes are not high. My hopes are hopes. I am just like this game is right down the middle with my hopes. They're not high. I don't really have low expectations. I'm just we'll see come March 28th what it's going to be. And hopefully we get better stuff added into this game. We get more stuff to do. We get really good stories with the characters that are coming. We get some new enemy types, some new weapons, some new everything. I don't know. We're supposed to. We'll see. Rocksteady, you tried something different. I know, like, the people wanted you to do this who hired you or whatever, and you tried and you did your best. But now you can improve upon your mediocre game. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna keep talking because I can talk forever. You know that. If you are one of my 70 subscribers, you know I could talk for days. But yes, the game, the graphics, the voice acting, great. The comedy, great. The story was great while it lasted. The traversal system was really fun. The combat system's fun. Beyond that's all you got. I mean, the after game is fun for like a while. You can see I'm doing the same thing over and over in this footage. Here's the hoping that, March 28th can start the turnaround of this game. But until then, yeah, I'm giving it like a 60%. It's barely above average. So I'm agreeing with Metacritic. And on that note of me agreeing with Metacritic, I think I'm going to go ahead and let you guys all go. Yeah, this game came out in January, and this is still how I feel about it. I think I quit playing it in February sometime, and now it's the middle of March. So if that tells you anything, I will be going back into it March 28th, and I will be streaming Season 1 for those of you who want to see more, who maybe are still indecisive on, this mediocre game. So again, my link to my Twitch is in the description below. I will be streaming Alone in the Dark starting March 20th. Here in a few days. Wow, time flies. And then also on Saturdays, I will be doing simulation games such as like Taxi Life, House Flipper, Power Wash Simulator, things like that. And we can just chill if that's your thing and we'll talk. So yeah, link to the Twitch in the description below. And I'm rambling again. So this was a look back at Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and I wish it could have been a better look. I wish we could have been looking through a really nice, pretty looking glass, but we're looking out a window on a hazy day at this one. And with that, I've been Mr. Boo Entertainment Guru, and this has been a look back at a game that I had high expectations for that landed me right in the mediocre seat when it came to what I feel about it. So sad, but hey, we'll be back March 28th. Over on Twitch, and we'll see what the DLC has to offer. Season 1 coming March 28th. We'll play it. We'll revisit this whole game, and maybe we'll do another video on it. Maybe we won't. Till then, same bat time, same bat channel, Mr. Boo Entertainment Guru, and I am out.